And it stays with me forever. This is a
sort
big
of
gift.
like by saying that you're grounded in time and space. You're
He grounded it in, yes, it is a link.
Exactly.
That divine power and this lab physical material, we're bridging it. Thy will be done. And ask the truth in any intention that you write. I want to win the lottery. Show me the miracle in that, oh Father. Okay, I mean it, because we start like that, right? We start with abundance. We start with things that we want. Me, Nisha Manek, wants this. And I came with that attitude. And since then, Carol, I'm glad to say it has changed and evolved. So you learn and you grow. That's okay. Yeah. So Tiller realized that his very unique scientific protocol, you cannot just intend for a glass of water to change the pH of this. He needed to really imprint his intention as a repository in a device. People get hung up on the device. I discuss this at great length in the book. I want you to know that your intention can impact this little plastic device.
So now people have asked me, just because we've had two other things. So they've gone online to the Tiller store, and there is one of these.
Yes.
And so UED.
Unimprinted electronic device.
UED.
Right, yes.
So they wanted to know, is it like really necessary to have that? So at some point, like to kind of address that, because they were considering buying it after listening to you and stuff. Okay.
Well, let's address it now. So the device was designed in the 1990s, and you'll see it's very simple circuitry, and I have unassembled, and it's a simple Radio Shack type of thing, literally. And the idea was that other laboratories, other physics laboratories around the world could replicate this. So could you use this? Absolutely. Could you use another object? Absolutely.
Okay, there's the answer.
Tiller makes the point, you could imprint the shirt on your back. You can imprint crystals. Quartz crystals are very powerful, by the way. They hold the information very effectively. But the crystals can also hold negative information, and Tiller became sick by experimenting.
So like the crystals, I know, because I have so many quartz crystals and stuff, that you have to, they have to be cleansed periodically.
Yes, and use kosher salt, and you cleanse the crystals, absolutely. I don't use crystals, okay? I'm not an expert, but I do use the Tiller devices. I have several. And as we go through the program, I'll show you how I use them.
And then one other thing, just like, so for different, like to condition your space, you could have one, and then you'd have another one. So each one would have their own objective.
Yes, you can. Absolutely. And Tiller, and you know, so although this sounded, when I first came across Tiller's work, I thought, why use a device? I couldn't see the potential of it because I thought it was frivolous or unnecessary. But how do you know to change some material very robustly? You're talking a whole full pH range up or down.
Right.
Does it take a day or a week or a month? I mean, and Tiller says I can't hold an intention and hold it for weeks and months.
Right.
So our solution to that was using a device which amazingly held the information in a stable way for up to 6 months. Okay. And in fact, you don't have a control because the subtle energies, you can't block them. Okay. But, and again, I covered this to some extent in the book. That our subtle energies, our information, our consciousness, which is subtle energy source, is extremely powerful. It's not electromagnetic. It's not like a telephone wire. Okay. So I'm giving you lots of clues here. And these are good questions that your followers, they're clued in. They're clearly saying, do I get a device? Yeah. And you can have an imprinting statement for each. You can imprint one to heal your grandchild and put it in your nursery, okay, or in your bedroom. Yes, you can. And
so you're saying that after 6 months, so after 6 months, you would need to
re-imprint them. Yes.
And so you could have it 6 months at one concept, and then you could re-imprint it at a different. Yeah.
So you can reuse the same device.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
But I would say this, that if you're imprinting this, you have to have a very chiseled consciousness. You have to have no doubt, single focus. And that's why I say, don't be a light bulb, be a laser. Okay. So Tiller is and I have been in imprinting sessions with him. And I remember it was for a patient. We were going to heal a patient who contacted me, and we decided to do this experiment to help him, because really with conventional care, he wasn't doing well. Right. He really wasn't. And after $1 million workups and X-rays and MRIs and medicines and biologics, when he contacted me and said, I know you do energy and some information thing. Can you help me? I'm at my wit's end.
Right.
And I approached Tiller, and Tiller says, you need to be very clear with him that this is not FDA approved, right, and that, there's no guarantee. And he's a lawyer, by the way, in the Twin Cities in Minnesota. And we did do it. And we created a very specific intention for him. It was individualized, personalized information management.